Joining us now is John Proust. He's the chairman and CEO of Japan Gold. Good to see you, sir.
Nice to see you, Mark.
Now, you've got this Barrick alliance, and you said that through that, Barrick's done something extraordinary because they've selected 6 of your projects to move on to the next phase. Why is that extraordinary?
It's extraordinary in Japan because, first of all, when Barrick became our partner, they endeavored to evaluate all 29 projects in our alliance with them. So they evaluated a large portfolio of 29 projects with a goal to finding Tier 1 or Tier 2 potential ore bodies. For them to select 6 of our projects with that potential is extraordinary, given that today there's only one Tier 1 gold mine in Japan, the giant Hishikari gold mine, a 13 million ounce mine that has already produced 8 million ounces at between 30 and 40 grams. So for them to pick 6 projects, that really exceeded our expectations, and we're delighted to have them as partners.
And by Tier 1, you're talking 5 million ounces, potentially Tier 2, 3 million ounces. So I'm curious about moving forward. So if Barrick designates a project and they eventually, well, I guess to that point, and then it becomes a situation where Japan Gold gets 25%, correct? So what's the advantage to the relationship?
Sure. So first of all, Barrick is solely funding the advancement now of these 6 projects that they've selected and 3 additional project areas that we've more recently acquired in Japan that they're under further study with Barrick. The advantage to us really is that Barrick only earns an interest when they complete a pre-feasibility study. That gets them 51%. A bankable feasibility study fully funded by Barrick gets a 75% stake. So we're fully carried through that bankable feasibility, through bankable feasibility. Having Barrick as a partner is an outstanding relationship to have in place, and it's also attracted a number of the major international financial institutions to be standing in the wings to provide the financial support should we go ahead and build a mine with Barrick and need to fund our 25%.
Now, 2 projects that are not part of the alliance that you're keeping to yourself, wholly owned, Ikutahara and Ora Takamine. So what can you tell us about those 2?
Sure. Well, those 2 projects are our 2 most advanced projects in Japan. The Ora Takamine project, which is in southern Kyushu, the southern island of Japan, is one that we haven't done an enormous amount of work on over this past year because Barrick has been doing work substantially around that area. However, Newmont is our partner on those 2 projects that you've mentioned, where they have a right of first refusal to be our joint venture partner should we want to partner on those projects. We've solely funded those because we've seen really great potential, but Newmont has technically guided us on those projects. So we've done mapping, geology, geophysics, geochemistry, and significant scout drilling. With Ora Takamine, we're waiting now to design our program for 2023, and we think it'll be quite robust. For the Ikutahara project in Hokkaido, that's been our single focus for this past year of intense drilling. We've been drilling 3 significant prospects. We've put results out on one already, 18 drill holes, and we've had very strong results. Big intersections, 20 meters of over 6.3 grams, ultra high grade intersections of almost half a meter at over 1,300 grams. So we're finding these epithermal systems, they're where we hope to be, and we've got significant drill results to be reporting between now and the end of the year.
Now, you've got 23 projects that Barrick did not select, so you've said that gives you optionality. What are some of those options?
We have significant optionality, and we've just done a 4-week study of those projects where we've compiled reports that include historic data on those projects, the Barrick work that's being completed and funded by Barrick, which is now our information to share with others, and then our ideas of how those projects should advance going forward. Then we really have three directions to go. One is we're considering, should some of those projects remain independent with us now? Should we advance those ourselves? Secondly, there's been interest from a number of mining companies in potentially buying projects from us. Should we sell a couple of projects and add that capital to our treasury? We're well funded, but more capital in these turbulent times is not a bad thing. And the third thing is it's a matching service, because basically we have a number of mining companies that have approached us now knowing that Barrick has relinquished their interest in those 23, and we're trying to match the right size project with the right size company that wants to get into Japan. And there's enormous interest in wanting to get into Japan and follow Barrick and Newmont.
And just lastly here, John, you mentioned Newmont. They own 10% of Japan Gold, institutions 55%, management about 7%. So just summarize everything you just said for investors. What's the opportunity here?
Well, the opportunity here is really to come along with us, first of all, on this journey to restart the gold mining industry in Japan. It's been a journey that we've been on for 10 years now to really get it to this point, but we've been able to use our first mover and pioneer advantage to pick up a portfolio of 31 of the best projects in the country. We've attracted the 2 largest gold miners, and they've really de-risked our opportunity and demonstrated that. And also the due diligence of the institutions that you mentioned have I think, de-risked things well. Our last financing was done in July of 2021. I went out to raise $10 million. I was offered $35 million by the institutions. We took $17 million, which funded us for the balance of 21, 22, and well into 2023. That financing was done at 35 cents, and the warrants or the institutions insisted that there was no warrants attached. Our shares, like many, have come off a little bit. We're sort of 25 to 30 cents with a market cap of about $55 million. We think there's a real opportunity for people to come in and on-market buy in terms of the public float that's available out there and come along again on this journey with us.
Sounds great. Thanks for the information, John.
My pleasure. Nice to speak to you, Mark.
Okay, good stuff. John Proust, Chairman and CEO of Japan Gold.